Researchers along the California coast have been concerned about acidity levels in the water and what impacts it could have on local sea life. KION's Max Charlton checks in to see if the effects have been devastating.
Last year, I looked into the effects of ocean acidification along the Central Coast. Well, today I check back in on a concern that could affect sea life, ecosystems, and whole industries on the Central Coast. Researchers have had their eyes in the water looking at pH and acidity off the California coast up until the pandemic.
You know, one of the things is a lot of the monitoring that would have been going on without COVID just didn't happen.
And although field teams weren't out as much, the amount of cold water coming to the bay is reassuring.
Every spring we have this upwelling that happens. That's the cold, deep water that comes up due to the wind conditions.
That brings nutrient-rich water, which helps with the local kelp forest and local fisheries, like the Monterey Abalone Company. Their farm is underneath the old Fisherman's Wharf and has been for the past 3 decades.
We haven't noticed anything ocean acidification related affecting our abalone or anything like that.
The Monterey Abalone Company relies heavily on the local kelp to feed and grow their abalone. Researchers have also found kelp acts as a buffer against acidity in the water and increases dissolved oxygen, creating conditions conducive to calcification.
I don't think these are things that you can see in a small chunk of time.
And researchers at MBARI agree that adaptations may be happening already, but only time will show the true effects of ocean acidification.
You know, how the marine species may be adapted, you know, what the limits of that adaptation may be.
Now, this is something that researchers are keeping an eye on. In the meantime, if you have a question or a concern, send me a message on Facebook or on Twitter. In the Digital Operations Center, Max Charlton, KION News Channel 546.